Welcome back to the fucking ridiculous podcast. It's episode 28. It is almost the middle of January, so it's flying by, which is great because I'm still doing dry-annuary until the 18th, and that's been so far going pretty well. I don't have any shout outs this week, but I do have like a thing to shout about. And that is like, I know it seems like I have a lot of animal issues, be it birds and dogs and flies. Flies are one of these things though that like I would take spiders over flies in a minute. Like I can't deal with flies. And we have now a new game in our house. My husband and my younger son and I were playing last night. Tonight, I might actually put it to music to make it even that much more fun because it is called Kill the Fly or Swat the Fly or anything involved with that. Our kitchen has these big, dumb flies everywhere. We have no idea where they're coming from. I have shut all the windows. I have locked all the doors. I have like moved furniture looking for dead items. And the only thing I can think of is there's a dead thing somewhere that we haven't discovered yet. So the pest control people are coming tomorrow. Thank God. Hopefully they can pinpoint this because it is disgusting. Like it's so gross. And my younger son was like, do I even want to know, like, I mean, did they lay eggs? I mean, as I say this, I'm literally puking in my mouth. It's so fucking disgusting. So yeah, I'm a wee bit preoccupied by the fly situation. I don't live in filth either. Like I mean, we have cleaning products. It's not, I don't know. We have indoor plumbing and electricity too. So it's, I don't understand what's going on, but it's not good. Whatever it is, it's not good. So forgive me if I'm a little scattered today. Okay, so my 3 goals for the year, or at least for January, were the connectivity initiative, and my walk and talks are going great. I'm loving them. I think other people are loving them. It's great. It's just great all around. So I'm coming for you. If you get an invitation or sign up Genius for a walk and talk, you better take it. And it doesn't even have to be in person. You could walk and talk on the phone. My daughter is now supposed to be walking 20 to 30 minutes a day for 6 days a week. And this is a parent-imposed exercise initiative just for better health. And so as we've seen in the past, she is not loving exercise in general. So far it's been going pretty well. The complaints and the tears have been minimum. So that's good. So hopefully we can continue this trend. Hopefully. I do still have an eye infection. Apparently I had an eye infection and then an infection on the eye infection, which I don't even know what the fuck that is. But I still have it. I'm going on my second round of antibiotics. If that doesn't clear it up, the doctor said I'm special or also known as unlucky. I don't have any eyelashes growing right now, and they will have to either inject or like cut my, yeah. So let's just really pray that these antibiotics work because gross, and it is impairing my vision. So anyway, I'm still putting Christmas away. I think I'll be doing that all month. So every little bit, I might just like toss it all and just start fresh next time around. But that's what's going on with me. In the news, Damar Hamlin's home, and I think that is so awesome. Apparently, he is going to retain his entire salary, even though he's on the IR list, which that's awesome. I guess the NFL doesn't usually do that. I don't know. But glad he's home, glad he's getting better. Also, on a good note, or an even better note, more people are like looking up how to do CPR and learning CPR, which is awesome. And you don't actually have to do the breathing. You can just do the palpitation, the compressions. And so definitely if you need to, brush up on it, do it, because clearly that saved his life, and it does save many people's lives. The hole in the ozone is starting to repair, and that's great news, period, or exclamation point rather. do not think for one moment that interest rates are going to stay where they are or go down. They are going to go up, and they are going to go up to probably 5%, and they're going to stay there for a while. So the economy is definitely going to slow down. Unemployment is going to go up. And so just buckle up, be prepared, and just know that going into this. Now, I'm not saying I'm an economic genius, but I do know where there are flies, there's something that attracts flies. So when there are higher interest rates and the money is not going as far as it could go, I did the math on my calculator. Presidents keeping things. Jesus Christ. Like, do you leave the job and you just leave your paperwork there? Like, why are you guys keeping this? What do you do? Like, I would think you'd be like, I'm done with that job. I'm going to go ahead and on over to this job. Stop keeping shit. Stop it. Like, it's not even yours. Jeez, it's so dumb. Dum-dums. Congress is not ever going to get anything done this year. So I think we are going to have a lot of the same reporting, which is like, well, they were up late and they'll adjourn again tomorrow or restart tomorrow because they couldn't agree on anything. So that should be uneventful and annoying at the same time. Pizza Hut is bringing back the Big New Yorker. It's a foldable pizza. So we'll see how well that goes. The shit is hitting the fan in Mexico right now because the drug lord's son has been detained, I think, and it is not good. So I would not be traveling to Mexico anytime soon. I think that's a scary town right now. Scary town, meaning I know it's a country, it's not a town. I just want to clarify. I do know that. There's a major nursing shortage, major. And in New York, I think thousands just went on strike. So if you are coming out of school, of COVID, of like you have a new passion, like go into nursing, please. There's so many nursing schools just right there in your local city. Go, because we need them, and we don't want the ones that are nurses currently to like up and quit, because then we're all fucked, because nurses really do make the world go round. And if you have the $10 off, $5 off, 20% off coupon to Bed Bath & Beyond, rush to the store, because they're going down. They're going down. So I am always trying to like understand different age groups and different cultures. And some of it I get and I'm better at than others. So I have been doing some reading on Gen Z. And I now, like, this whole, people say millennials don't like to work, and I don't know what they say about Gen Z right now. And so I'm just trying to figure this stuff out, right? Because I like hanging out with younger people, because I feel like that's what keeps you young. And so I want to understand like what makes them tick. So I was reading about Gen Zs and what types of benefits they're looking for when they're going in for a job. And some of these none of them were surprising, but some of them felt a little like redundant. And then some of them felt just kind of like, you can't have it both ways. And here's how it goes. Number one, they want to be able to work remote, which I get that's what they're used to, right? They're used to just like going anywhere, doing anything, and so that's what they want. Number two is flexibility. And I read that. I wasn't exactly even sure what that meant, like flexibility, because like you're already remote, so you can pretty much work from anywhere. But what I'm been advised is that it's actually like, well, what if I do my best work at like 10 o'clock at night? Or what if I do my best work at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon? Like, I want to be able to do my work when I do my work best. Fair. Now, if you're a part of a team, if you are a part of any kind of structure where you have to work with others, that may not work. So I think you need to be a little flexible in your own wanting flexibility, for sure. Sustainability. Now, this one I actually thought was kind of cool, in the sense that they're calling it sustainability, which, fine. It is basically like, I would like more vacation time. I am all for a 4-day work week. I really like no Friday working summers. Did that come out right? No work on Friday in the summer, something like that. And then they want more vacation. Did I already say that? Maybe I did. So my understanding now is like you want to be able to work where you want to work, when you want to work, and you want to be able to do this less of the time. Fine. You need to work though. And so somehow we've got to come to a happy medium where it's like, hey, this is my job description and this is what I'm expected to do. And these are the people that I'm supposed to be, in cohorts with. And working that all out, that's going to be the challenge, I think. Number 4, they want other types of assistance, meaning like tuition assistance, totally get that. Elder care, totally get that. Child care, totally get that. So I think that is totally like reasonable and if not responsible, And then job security. So job security, though, we're going back to like the flexibility and the sustainability here. So again, in order to have job security, you as an employee need to probably prove that you are worth securing your job. And so then that goes back to productivity, quality of work, and overall attitude. So I think there's a way to merge all of these together and have like a great system. I don't think it's there yet, though. And I think everybody's going to need to kind of adjust and bend like in that, it's like a wave. It's like the ocean coming in and out where there's going to be a wave that's going to be perfect for everyone, but we're not there yet. So just know that going in as you're hiring or as you're applying. Okay. Quote of the week. I am resurrecting one from, I think it was December. I did not write this or say it, but I am re-saying it and restating it so many times that I could be quoted as it being mine. But no feeling is final. Like no feeling at all. Like right now I'm feeling a little scattered. Like, have I said that already? Is that weird? But you're sad about something, you're mad about something, you're disappointed about something, you're stressed about something. Like that feeling is very real in that moment. And that feeling might be real for several moments, but it's not going to be forever. And it's certainly not going to be the same feeling that you wake up with tomorrow or that you even have 3 hours from now. And I say this because I talked a little bit about how December was just not my month. And I definitely was in like December blues for sure. But I'm in January now and I've got a much better outlook on things and I'm feeling pretty good. But I did recently go to a funeral for a 20-year-old boy who on the outside had everything, like, handsome, athletic, smart, talented, loving family, not had resources to continue education and things that he was into. And even with all of that, he wound up taking his own life shortly after Christmas. And that in and of itself is devastating. And just no words for the parents and the sibling at all, other than, that's not fair. And that wasn't the plan. But I can't imagine, because I've never been that low, where I would think to myself, I just can't do this anymore. And that's where I go back to like, no feeling is final, because even if you're having like those types of feelings, it's not going to always be that way. And so my point here is like, everyone, maybe just take a step back. Let's slow down. Let's divert attention elsewhere. Let's talk to other people. Let's write stuff down. Let's like not act so impulsively all the time, because the ripple effect from decisions made in the moment oftentimes is detrimental to other people as well. And I am guilty of this, like acting out in just like, and normally it's doing stupid things, which I do a lot, and then I do feel the consequences. Mostly it's just ridicule from my family and friends, but sometimes it is shitty comments on social media, which I read one last night and thought, how does this person have enough time in the day to write me a paragraph about how annoying and stupid and dumb my stories are, but I should totally keep doing this? Ha ha ha, not really. So anyway, if you're going to comment on someone, if you're going to read something and get in a bunch, if you're going to decide to not like someone because of something, just remember no feelings final, because that might have struck you at the moment, but it won't stay with you all the time. So I think maybe this is just a way of saying, like, slow down, like, don't take things so seriously, and let's exercise some grace and tolerance with others and ourselves, because they aren't as bad as they seem, ever. What I'm loving this week. This sweater, the favorite gave this to me for Christmas, and so I'm going on like day 4 of wearing it. I love it. It's somewhat warm, but I can still sweat and not like be stinky sweaty. So it's great. And I did get, my nieces said it looked good. So there's that. Not so deep thoughts. Okay. As you get older, there are just things that you don't like or you like just because you're experienced, right? Okay, so mine, I hate onions. Like, I really, really the taste of them, the consistency of it, it's the smell, all of it, yuck. And so when I go out to eat, like, I'll look at the menu and I'll make sure if there's a description, I'll say, oh, okay, well, there's no onions in that. And then I would order something. And then if there are onions on it, then I'm like, fuck. Or I could go the opposite way and be like, hey, yeah, are there onions in this? And they'll be like, no, it says there's no onions in it. I'm like, oh, sorry. Either way, I kind of seem like a Karen, because the bottom line is I just don't want the onions. I don't like them. They infect the flavor of everything. So when I order things and I say, could they just not put any onions on? And then people give me attitude about like, there's not onions on it. Or when I don't, and then onions show up on it, and I'm like, but it didn't say onions, so I didn't know that. I don't know. So anyway, the bottom line is I just really don't like onions at all. Period. National championship was super dumb. I don't know how those teams were matched up. I don't know if TCU went out the night before and maybe just stayed out. I don't know. I didn't watch the game, but based on that score alone, that was beyond disappointing and like just sad. So glad that's over. Number 3, crock pots are super underrated. And I say this because I'm back in that like school activity work mode where everyone needs to eat. And I don't have a lot of imagination sometimes. I'm just kind of like, I hate going to the grocery store, and then you need 2 things to make like a quesadilla and you only have the one. So anyway, crock pots are great because you can throw shit in there and then you just walk away. So that's my tip to everyone. Like, dig deeper into the crock pot. If you need a crock pot, I have 3. So I'm happy to share mine. They come in like little ones, they come in big ones, and then they come in like the supersized ones. So crock pots. You can also make excellent desserts, apparently. Slutty Graham told me this. So crock pots. I do feel the need to pump myself up a little bit, especially after reading some shitty TikTok comments. If you are feeling low and you need just a quick pick-me-up, go on to TikTok. If you haven't been on TikTok before, it's super easy and a big old time suck, but do it and you will be amused. And you can read some of the comments to some of my more popular clips, because some of them are pretty fucking brutal. And if I didn't have such a strong sense of self, especially about my voice, I might be in my closet just crying all the time. So some of them are very funny and some of them are just plain cruel. But if you want to feel better about yourself and you want to do me a favor by following, head to TikTok. They've got the best ones. I so appreciate you listening and giving me the 20 minutes of your day whenever it is that you're listening. If you are not yet following or subscribed, I am now counting how many I have. So if you haven't done it yet and you were like, I just forgot, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it because that helps me. If you want to reach out to me, you can leave me comments at the FR Pod on Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to comment on episodes, you can do that on YouTube. I don't think you can do that on Spotify or Apple, but you could just send me an email at thefrpod@gmail.com. Again, not at the F, it's just thefrpod@gmail.com. And next week, I hope to have a new guest on. So in the meantime, if you're drying, you're wearing it, keep on, keeping on. You got it. If you mess up, that's no big deal. Pick up the next day. Nobody's grading you on that, I don't think. And happy mid-month of January. And let's all keep our perspective in 2023 because it's better than 2022, which is better than 2021. Okay. And if all else fails, just remember, it's gonna be fine. And if you need a laugh, definitely hit me up because the fly situation, that right there is fucking ridiculous. So, all right. Bye. Thanks.